The U.S. military has detected a new unidentified balloon in American airspace off the coast of Hawaii. It was first detected by the Department of Defense and Federal Aviation Administration on Friday, February 24, and has been monitored ever since. Although the owner of the balloon is unknown, it did not fly over any sensitive areas and poses no threat to national security, according to the DoD. The balloon traveled at an altitude of 36,000 feet and is slowly moving towards Mexico, officials said. The military could shoot it down if it comes close to U.S. territory again, but at present, no action is being taken against it. In early February, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina after gathering intelligence from several sensitive American military sites. Later that same month, the military shot down 3 UFOs that were later deemed harmless and believed to be hobby or weather balloons not tied to any foreign country. The DoD said officials do not believe the latest balloon spotted over Hawaii is Chinese property and is not being controlled by a foreign or adversarial actor. U.S. officials decided not to shoot down an unmanned balloon first spotted off the coast of Hawaii last week after determining the aircraft did not pose a military or physical threat. A Department of Defense spokesperson said in a statement that the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the Defense Department first saw the unmanned balloon on April 28 at about 36,000 feet. The spokesperson said that the U.S. does not know who owns the balloon, but that there is nothing to suggest it is being handled by a foreign or adversarial actor. The spokesperson added that the balloon did not fly over sensitive U.S. government sites and that it did not pose a threat to civil aviation. The balloon has now exited Hawaii airspace and territorial waters, but the Defense Department and the FAA will continue to monitor the aircraft, the spokesperson said. Based on these observations, the Secretary of Defense concurred with the recommendation of his military commanders that no action need be taken against the balloon, the spokesperson said. NBC News first reported about the unmanned balloon Monday, citing 3 people familiar with the matter. This news comes months after the U.S. shot down a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon off the coast of South Carolina in February after the balloon spent a week traveling across the United States. The U.S. military is tracking a high-altitude balloon that was observed off the coast of Hawaii over the weekend, officials said Monday. The balloon's owner is unknown, but there were no indications it was maneuvering or being controlled by a foreign actor. The balloon was detected and observed floating at approximately 36,000 feet above the Pacific on April 28. It did not directly pass over sensitive sites or defense-critical infrastructure, according to U.S. officials. One official said the object did not pose a military or physical threat to people on the ground, nor did it pose a risk to civil aviation over Hawaii despite its altitude. NBC News first reported its detection earlier Monday. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin agreed with the recommendation of his military commanders that no action need be taken against the object, but the U.S. military continues to track it, along with the Federal Aviation Administration, according to a Defense Department spokesman. The object is now out of Hawaii's airspace and not above U.S. territorial waters, an official said. The balloon sighting comes months after a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina after traversing the U.S., sparking a diplomatic confrontation that prompted Secretary of State Antony Blinken to cancel a planned trip to China. There were a number of other incidents involving mysterious flying objects around the same time. 3 objects were shot down over the U.S. and Canada, but were never recovered. At the time, National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said the U.S. did not detect that any of the objects were sending communications signals before they were shot down. The U.S. also assessed that they showed no signs of self-propulsion or maneuvering and were not manned, he said. Please subscribe for more.